Welcome, everybody, to a special midweek edition of the Drive and Dish NBA podcast. And, this is a bit of a different episode. We're going to try something out here with this midweek episode. And, I mean, really, this all goes back to the discussion we had on the intro, I guess about 2 weeks ago now, when we talked NBA Top Shot. We talked NFTs, and we talked about it way back in the day. But Justin has since gotten way more involved with it. We talked about, Justin's pack and what he had and a little bit what we think about the market and what it looks like. And we're going to try something out here. We're diving full on into Top Shot live here on the podcast on the video form. You're going to be able to watch this, so that's pretty cool. But again, on the audio, bear with us as well. And we're going to open some packs live here on the podcast. And I thought we were going to have one, but it turns out we actually have three.
I thought I was only going to have one, and I think I was an idiot when we first got involved. When I first got involved with it, I think I was given a pack and just never realized that I had it. So
just for signing up.
Yeah, so when you get it's like a beginner booster pack type thing. Like you still have to pay for it, obviously. But when I bought that, it must have come with this, or at some point I bought this and didn't remember buying it, and so there was just a pack sitting in there, and then last week, the locker pack, I think it was their release 8, which I know from talking with my buddy, who is the guy that's getting me into this a little bit more, there's some debate as to whether or not the locker pack's worth it in terms of the value you get back.
Right.
And in full disclosure, I bought 2 because I didn't think how hard it would be to buy it and not open it immediately. So I bought this on Thursday for disclosure. We're recording this over the weekend, and it's been like in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh man, I need to know what's in there. So I opened one of them just to do it and scratch that itch a little bit. So I got that. I got an NBA All-Star pack and then this Rim Shakers pack, which I didn't know I had. Let's just. The idea with these is from the video aspect, obviously we're going to be opening it, looking at the packs. From the podcast aspect, we'll do our best to describe what's happening and talk about the cards and talk about the players and use it as a chance to dive in on those teams and players and moments and then obviously see if we made any money.
Yeah, and look, like I said, bear with us. We haven't done one of these in a while, but this is really an experimental episode where this could totally flop on its face, full disclosure. But hey, y'all are going to bear witness to it and listen to it in audio form. Leave us a review on the podcast, good or bad. We'll read them on the show. If you're not an Apple user, Stitcher, Google Play Store, Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneIn, anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find us. And obviously, especially on this Top Shot episode, subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Drive and Dish NBA channel. Where are we at in terms of subscriber count right now? Did we get the number 33 was crazy. And first off, let me apologize too, because I mentioned this on the last episode as well, but I completely left Patrick Ewing off the elite, and shout out to our guy Andrew Morgan, but man, I left Patrick Ewing off the just elite 33 list, and it's just crazy. I mean, when you have him and Kareem and Bird and Scotty, oh my God, and that's not even including Marc Gasol was 33 at one point. What an NBA career he's had, and I mean there were multiple other good players that I'm not going to keep naming them at the risk of leaving someone else off, but the fact that you have 4 first ballot Hall of Famers like that is crazy.
You got to go with the generic, oh wow, 32. There's a lot of Hall of Famers with that. And don't start naming people. You know what I mean? You just don't say anything. You just leave it as is and go from there.
Well, are we at 34 this week, or do we get 34 too?
No, we're at 32, so we're waiting for 33 still.
Oh man, you got to claim that 32. 34 is going to be a good number too. I mean, obviously right now you got Giannis, but there are a bunch of other good 34s as well. So, but yeah, claim that 33. You got 4 Hall of Famers. That's easy.
So without further ado, let's bring up the Top Shot pack screen here on the YouTube page. And for anybody listening, I guess let's start with the locker pack, because that's the newest pack that everybody's gotten recently.
So this is release 8. So this is the newest one. So there have been 8 general releases so far. I see
from my understanding,
there was a series 3 there, correct? So you've been holding that one for a bit.
That's the one that I didn't realize I had, which I bet somebody that's more involved than me would be like, bro, you probably could have had a lot of value in those if you opened it right when you had it and sold them. You know what I mean? If those cards don't matter now for a collection, so then there's a chance I messed myself up. But either way, yes, this is Locker Pack Release 8. Should come with 4 cards here once we open this. It does take a second because it does a little cool graphic thing. I don't know
No,
if
I'm
you can
excited.
hear
I've
that.
never actually seen this. Dude, this is crazy. Oh, you even got the click to reveal slow. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I like
yes.
that presentation because that adds the surprise element to a
Oh,
little bit. Like
dude.
that's the thing. Full
Yeah.
disclosure again, because we like being transparent here on the podcast. I have never seen anything other than going on the Top Shot website and seeing how the clip works. Like I have a general understanding of how this works, but like
Sure.
as he opens a pack, this is a double whammy for me too. Because like
Yeah.
I'm already like appreciating that. Hey,
There's
you get that extra surprise, you know?
there's an excitement factor in it,
Yeah, for
where
sure.
where you're opening it up. Also, I'm just pointing this out. It has a reveal all option at the top right. You are a psychopath.
You are.
You
That's
are
a
a
lot of
serial killer if you do that.
because that's
Like,
either
come
all
on.
up or all down right away. You don't even get the hope for anything.
Yeah, like it's not, this is like opening, cards back in the day, baseball cards, stuff like that. Like you're looking at them individually and all that stuff.
Right.
So what kind of person are you though? Like, do you start right or left or you go for the middle one?
Oh man, the middle is absolute chaos. It can't be that.
Oh, see, I go middle. I go for that
Well,
chaos.
all right, then fine. Let's embrace chaos in the first pack. Go with the middle one.
Okay, let's see. So it'll tell us right when we open it here. It's going to tell us if it's a common card, which obviously means it's not like a rare or whatever.
So what are the tiers right now? Can you explain the tiers of like between common and rare? Like how many are there? I guess.
Yeah, it'll be a difference in like the banner around the play and stuff like that. I don't know the numbers, and I think that changes depending on the packs. But each pack before they come out, they do explain all the options and what is available in these packs that you could be getting. Okay. So there's also that a little bit where you're like, oh, I do like the idea of getting, a Giannis play. So yes, I am going to buy these packs or something, Yeah, and there's 100%. Odds. They'll tell you the odds. You have like a 30% chance to get this, a 60% chance to get a common, something like that. So, all right, we'll go with the middle one. And it is a common. Nuggets.
All right, here we go. JaMychal Green.
Ooh, it's a dunk. I always like getting dunks. Like if I'm going to get a scoring play, I'd prefer to get a dunk. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty cool.
JaMychal Green, that's not the lowest serial number, which is something else you have to look at. But that's still a really good play. I like that play. It's a dunk.
Do people care about the serial numbers?
Yeah, the lower the serial number, yes. Like if you get even if you get a common, right? If I had this, but it was serial number 75 because it's the 75th season, that would elevate the value of the card.
Here, play back one more time for me.
Play it one more. Yep, there's the dunk. It's like a breakaway against the Spurs.
Yeah, okay. He's getting out of the break. Yeah, he gets
a nice dunk.
I'm with you. I would rather have the dunk every single time.
Yeah, like I know it sounds bad, but like to me, if I'm getting like an assist, I'm like, I have a Patty Mills steal that turns into like a breakaway dunk, but the play is Patty's steal, but the dunk is in the video.
With this particular one, so you got a little at the end. I like it. You excited?
All right, so we going right or left now for the next ones?
I'm trying to remember. Like, I immediately default, and we're showing our age with this one, but like whenever I see 3 in a row, I'm always going to default to Charmander.
Yes,
and Bulbasaur, and it's like I forget which order they were in when you were picking them.
I feel like don't quote me on this, but I feel like left was Bulbasaur, and right was one of the other ones.
Thanks. Okay, great. Well, I guess let's go with left then, since that's the one we think we're confident about.
All right. Hopefully it lines up and we get like a Timberwolves. We get like a.
I like Bulbasaur.
Yeah, well, I hope it's like a Timberwolves. Any team that uses the green color, Bucks, like green in the card. See, because like with the Nuggets, we got that yellow line on the
right. Because and then you gotta get somebody on the red. You gotta get like a Bulls play or Sixers in the red or something like that on the right one.
So let's see. Here we go. It's another. Oh, it is green.
It is a Bucks. Yes, all right.
Perfect. Oh, that was a monster dunk. That's Giannis.
No, that's his brother, dude.
That's his brother.
We got the
I saw Antetokounmpo
brother dunk.
Dude, I like that dunk though. Dang.
Yeah, he threw down against
Flare on it.
Magic too. Wow, you called. I mean, they're not in the green jerseys, but yeah, okay. Bucks
and they beat. Oh, poor Orlando. That was from November 20th of 2021. Not a low serial, but that's a good card. Like that's a fun card.
It's fun.
I like that.
You got the brother. I feel like that's always going to be a fun fact. Giannis is obviously already on trajectory for a Hall of Fame career, but people are going to remember the brothers too. There are 3 of them now, and they all got championship rings.
That was yeah. I like that. Okay, we're two for
2 on dunks so far. Okay.
We're 2 for 2 on dunks. So let's hope we keep that going. Next reveal. Okay, Jazz a steal.
Oh, we jinxed it.
Yeah, we did jinx it. Ooh, that's a nice. No, we did dunk.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. It's not the dunk's not the big part of the moment, but that's a nice steal.
That's a good play by Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson.
You got some elevation on it, 2 hands, finished strong.
And they murdered them. Was that against Houston? I missed what it said there. But
Houston. No, you got all these. I mean, the Spurs aren't bad, but like, yeah, you got them beating up. You got the Bucks beating up on the Magic.
Yeah.
You got the Jazz beating up on Houston.
So, what it does now too is it'll show us what I think it says is the highest value. So this is the notable pull of that pack was the Jordan Clarkson steal at the end there. Which makes sense because that's like a steal and a dunk in the moment
as well. Honestly,
yeah.
Those 3 plays, like it's not really as they're all dunks, they're all flashy and stuff like that. But I mean, he made the play himself. It was a steal. He obviously got the little cool spin dribble into the dunk. So
it's cool. Like now I can go in here, right, and we can look. Like here's the whole moment.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at owned by Squeaky 9000. I just love that that's your alias,
dude. My internet alias. I'm going by Squeaky 9000, dude. That's my gamer tag. We're rolling with it. But yeah, look, it'll go down here. So, they give you a whole description of the play. Loose ball scramble led to a Havoc Jazz score by Jordan Clarkson. I think, okay. It says reigning 6th man of the year. I was wondering if it said like what happened. You can see his stats for the game. He was 16 points. He went 6 for 16, 37% field goal percentage, took a ton of 3-point shots that game.
Dear Lord. Time.
Yeah. But I mean, held the Rockets to 18 points in that first quarter and 19 points in the fourth quarter. And I mean, essentially scoring 30 plus in every quarter for the Jazz in that game. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can go down here and see. So someone sold this for almost $500.
Wow.
Yeah, and the value, I got to figure out the value on that one because look, like down here they're going for $2. So how did somebody sell it for them?
Different about that because the serial number is not even like it was number 1 as well.
49,000, and I feel like that's close to where I'm at, 43. So technically I'm lower than that. We'd have to look into that, that angle of it. But because like, look, if I hit place for sale now, it's going to tell me like you go price helper. It's going to say you probably should list this for like $2. At that point, it's not worth it for me to sell it. Like I'm just going to hold on to this. It's a cool moment to have,
Well, and so what is the price of a pack for anyone who is
$19? Well, $20.
$20. Okay.
Yeah. So it's $20 and like the 2 packs ago that I bought off of 2 cards, I made like 50. So they kind of, at the end of the day can break even at least or make a little off of it,
Oh yeah, it's like anything else. Like like sometimes you pull an autographed jersey card if this was a real, if this was a real actual trading card, and sometimes you just pull a common player, somebody you already have.
So these are the packs that I've opened down here. The All-Star Standard Pack, which is the one that got me the $50 off of it. The All-Star Standard. I think it was actually released 2 that might have gotten me that one. And then the Kevin Durant one's cool because I have that Kevin Durant moment where he's kind of explaining the play and all that stuff. But
yeah, it has the interview. That's cool too. I like that.
So are we do we want to roll NBA All-Stars or Rim Shakers next?
I feel like we should do All-Stars because that was more recent. Like we just got 3 straight dunks, so I feel like we can get back to the Rim Shakers in a little bit.
Let's hold off on that. Okay, so here's
classic NBA description too, by the way. Rim Shakers and rattlers.
Well, my favorite is they call them pack rips.
You got 4 in here. Okay.
Rip and pack. Yeah, well, so they normally come with 4. The other one was like a ticket thing, so it came with 3. This one comes with 4. They usually will do this much.
Oh, well, then we got to start at the bottom. In that case, this is the easy one. You got to pick the ones alone.
Okay. The solo roller. Here we go. Grizz, common.
You got an assist.
Okay. Was it Dylan? To Joe?
Okay. I like that pass though. I like that.
Who was that? I'm all over the place.
Assist, that's the if I'm gonna get an assist, that's type of one that is it
another
Tyus
dunk.
Jones, is it?
Tyus Jones, hold on, it'll tell us. Tyus Jones, yes. Oh, yes, there he was. Okay, yes. And they beat Chicago of this year. So this is a pretty recent card there. Yeah, Tyus Jones. I'm wondering if it will give me the info.
If I'm going to have an assist, that's the kind of assist I want.
Here we go.
Because that just directly leads to a dunk on the fast break. Like, that's not just like a random pass into a jump shot. Like, that's a good pass in between 2 defenders.
Yep. The description, Tyus Jones, an underappreciated playmaker with excellent instincts as a distributor on the run. Memphis Grizzlies point guard notices Brandon Clark hustling hard in transition, turns into the slam. Finished the game with 11 points there. Pretty nice, nice card. It's not not the lowest serial. So, take that into account. So do we go middle at the?
Is that 45 or 55? My bad. Can you scroll back down? Okay, so
that's 52.
That's the lowest serial or highest, I guess, that you've had so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all right. So we go middle again.
Yeah, you seem to be like in the middle. I guess go straight up. We got a little tower going.
Okay, we'll go middle again. Common Cavs.
Okay.
Rondo. Assist, dunk. Ooh, that was actually really nice. That was a nice layup. Nice layup. All right, let's see what it says. So when Rondo,
he's going like offhand and up. Yeah, no, he absorbed the contact. I like that one. That's against Portis, it looks like too. So pretty good defender.
From January 26th of 2022, when Rondo decides to hang them up, he'll long be remembered for his ability. What? I wasn't done reading that. Thank you very much. He'll be remembered for his playmaking, his flash, his mismatch against Bucks big. Rondo calls his own number. That's pretty nice. They did. That's a good game, beating the Bucks 115-99.
I feel like Rondo has somehow gotten lost that he's 35 and still playing at a high level like that. Or at least
he's out for a little bit now, right?
Yeah, he's out for 2 weeks now. So nothing crazy, thankfully. But I mean, at least for us, the fact that in 08 he was 22 years old. I mean, he was sprung into such a large role on those Boston teams, and obviously that's always what he'll be the most notable for. But you just think of all the random stints that Rondo's had. Post Boston, and how many just different teams. It's crazy. Other than the Lakers, there hasn't really been that consistency. He's been all over. He's in Sacramento. He's in Chicago. He's in New Orleans. He's been in Atlanta.
It's almost like it feels like he's going around not to mentor, but for a while it was going on to the teams that were going to win or competing for a ring. And now, at least with the Cavs, it feels almost like a mentorship role. Teaching the young guys the way of the NBA in a way. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is now. I mean, he played an integral role in that Lakers team that won the title, obviously, a couple of years ago. Has won the championship 2 times. I mean, we saw his role with Atlanta. We saw his role, pretty much, or I should say, with Cleveland, how they went out and traded for him right away. I thought that was such a savvy move for them when Rubio went down. I give him the credit for going out and getting a guy like Rondo, a guy who, it feels like Rondo is going to go into coaching when this is all said and done. He's just one of those guys that walks into a locker room and commands respect. Not even every vet does that, but it's everybody just shuts up and listens to what Rondo has to say. I think the only people who probably aren't thrilled with him are Dallas. The Dallas thing is weird. I'm still surprised that it didn't work in Dallas the way I thought it would, because I remember being thrilled for them when they picked up Rondo. I thought that was going to allow them to properly defend a title potentially.
Yeah, and Dallas, even right now they're looking for that number 2 guy with Porzingis being gone. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. So are we going far left or far right on this pack?
Let's go right. We went left last time. Let's go right.
Okay. We'll get it. It's another common, another Raptors. Oh, no, not Raptors, it's Wizards. Oh, a dunk again. Okay, I'll take dunks, man. I like the dunks.
Welcome back to Hachimura, by the way. He's been out for a large majority of the season, so he's obviously a big young player that the Wizards are interested in. He's one of their ideal guys that you build this around going forward. So good to have him back in the lineup for Washington.
Yeah, big win. Well, I guess, a win against the Thunder, 122-108. I was going to say big win, but then I realized, this isn't really a big win. So I like that baseline reverse jam, though, from January 11th, 2022. That's a fun one. That's probably the lowest I've had in a minute here.
Yeah, you're in the 30s there. There you go. 38. Or what was that, 36 or 38?
38. Yeah, 38. 242. All right, let's open this one.
What we got?
Rockets.
Oh, it's 17, though.
Ooh, another dunk. Ooh. I'm all about the dunks right now.
That's on Jokic, though. Oh, that's on Jokic.
Oof.
Okay.
Nice dunk. That's a good dunk.
Yeah,
I like that dunk.
Yeah, and Waddle got up.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what it says here. Oh, yeah, that is low. That's a low.
That's low. That's what I'm saying. 17,000. That's the lowest one you got by far.
They'll definitely. So when we they'll probably highlight this card, David.
David Waba.
Yeah, when we get out of here, because they'll see what it says. So this game was from January 1st of 2022. They did lose, though. Nuggets won this game.
Yeah, but he got it on Jokic, though. That's the thing is like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a poster necessarily, but the fact that he's able to get under Jokic like that, I think that boosts the value too.
The Morris brothers would buy this one from me. Uh, all right, let's see what it says. Yep, see,
Keith
there it is. Yep.
Marcus, if you're listening to this, by the
Yeah,
way.
yo, yeah, $500 and it's yours. Yeah, there we go. Yep, see it's yep.
And it said right there, lowest cereal. Yeah.
Yep, lowest cereal. So, all right, let's hit done with that, and let's get the last one, the Rim Shakers pack. Which this is the one I didn't know I had, so I have no idea what to expect with this one.
Watch, this is going to be the one. This is the one that there's just some crazy gold that's going to happen. You're going to be the guy who was like, "Wait, you've been sitting on this
They're gonna be like,
for years."
Oh, it's just one. It's just one.
Oh boy. Oh no. This is a lot of pressure now. I thought we were going to get 4 here again.
Should we just roll with it?
Well,
Just roll it, roll it. Rim Shakers, Golden State Warriors.
Ooh, 14. Okay, good start. Good
Oh,
start.
what is happening here?
Toscano Anderson. Look, he's
that's done. Ooh.
God, this dunk contest stinks, but I mean, hey, whatever. Like, at least he made that one.
We'll take the dunk contest. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay. You got special jersey there on too, obviously.
Yeah, and this one, so you'll see here in a second, see on the side of this one, it says Rim Shakers, so that'll that's a pretty, I guess not.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's
right.
limited, but it's limited edition. It's 14,
yeah.
So it's not like, you're on the right side of it, I think, so.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to see if it says anything specific about his play.
Wow, I'm surprised they got that out fast, because obviously we talked about the All-Star game on our last episode, and we were, I think 2 episodes ago, we had just seen the Rising Stars competition.
He got second.
We were talking about the rookie class a little bit, but so wow, they're getting these out fast now.
Let me see if what you don't even have to show me a notable pull on that one. I only opened one card.
It would be funny at that point if it's a one card where it's like, yeah, your pull was there.
But let's see. Yeah, right. Oh, so let's see. Like with this one. I bet this one will be a little bit more valued, but like if I went to place this for sale, let's see if there's anything. $5 going now. $10 it was going earlier, but these are low. I mean, that cereal's only $400.
Yeah,
for $5.
Well,
so.
It's limited too. I mean, that's the other thing. I think just again as we get later on, ideally that. So I'm assuming this will eventually be like trading cards in the sense where, because you bought this now, so this is the 2022 dunk contest. If Top Shot is still a thing and this succeeds the way that, the NFT people and the Top Shot people hope this will.
I think it will, yeah.
And they've created the project, like, we're talking 10 years from now, if you have something from the 2022 series that, maybe it's worth a whole lot more. You just never really know.
And say, for example, he becomes this next big star. Who knows down the line if they're now this massive star, then obviously this moment would have a lot more would go up in so much value. That's why a lot of people are really into getting like Ja Morant moments. Like if you can get a Ja Morant moment from his rookie year, it's like holy cow, you're set.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it too. So
well, that's the thing too. Is of course, obviously, if you get somebody. I mean, there's just different ways to approach it. It's like if obviously we're Sixers fans for anyone who listens to the podcast, so you can be biased if you get somebody there. If you have a particular favorite player, like Ja Morant is the guy who it feels like his approval rating overall in the NBA right now is the highest out of anybody. Like everybody rightfully loves the kid, and so I think that of course that his have a little more buzz right now. As certain rookies step up, as guys get better, like it's like anything else. It's any other type of commodity. To me, my overall thought on the NFT space, I still don't quite get it unless it has an experience attached to it or it has something attached to it. I do think Top Shot is a little different. And I think, and this is not just NBA, because I know NFL is created a version like this essentially. If baseball ever got its act together and could actually play games, if hockey got into this, that's a scenario where I get this a little more because of, I mean, it's like it's a digital trading card essentially. Like instead of having just the guy in the picture of an iconic play, you have the play. So I get that. I'm a big trading card fan. I don't collect them anymore, but I will always have a soft spot for trading cards. I completely understand the nostalgia and the
whole thing
collector's element.
the whole thing they run you through with the opening, the big reveal, the build up while you're waiting for your pack. You know, and what's cool is it's almost like there's a community off of it now, you know, like there's people that have we're not part of the community. Well, I guess in a way, because we talk basketball.
You are. You have 21 moments. You're absolutely a member of the community. You just opened 3 packs today. You're totally a member of the community. We're recording an entire podcast episode. Like, I'm not saying we're like the founding pillars of the community, but like, we're here.
Yeah. No, we're and there's guys that do, like, there's Twitch channels and stuff like that. Like, when you're in the waiting room to buy the packs, the Twitch channel's going live and they're talking about the moments that you can get in there, and they're giving away free packs, and people, you know, it's a ton of fun. It actually is.
I like the element of, or not, I mean, I guess surprise isn't the word, but I appreciated the presentation a lot there. And I do it. It's a fun feeling to just, you know, open the pack and then have the double set of reveal again. Like, it gives you something to look forward to. And like you said, and more importantly, I mean, look at guys that we talked about that maybe we wouldn't have talked about on the podcast other times. Like, when's the last time we talked about JaMychal Green on the podcast? Honestly?
Well, and that's what I like about it too. And I mentioned this 2 episodes ago, or whenever we had that NFT talk. You know, there were some guys that popped up that, you know, it was a guy playing for OKC, and I just haven't watched an OKC game in so long. So I was like, oh, I don't know. I should look this guy up a little bit. Like, I don't recognize him, or I haven't heard of his name a lot. So, like, let's look him up. And that's the part that I like about it. You know, we talk NBA, but we talk about it from like an eagle-eyed view. So, you know, one of the things we always get, you know, if we talk about a specific team and we bring up a narrative, sometimes their fan base will come at us and be like, bro, that narrative is so old. And it's like, it might be old for you because you live it every day. But for us, as people that are eagle-eyed views, like, it's still being talked about. So I think there's a level of that too.
Who do you think is the team you've watched the least this year?
So probably, it sounds bad, probably the Kings, honestly.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. I see it's not the Kings. Now, granted, I had double incentive to watch the Kings.
Sure.
I mean, one, because I think I was watching them.
You thought people were coming our way.
Ben Simmons trades, so I think I was extra watching them then. But I think now too, from like, I have Sabonis on my fantasy team, so I'm more I'll watch them just to watch Sabonis do it at points.
Sure.
I think it flashes back to my Fallen, but I feel like that De'Aaron from last week. But I feel like that De'Aaron Fox NFT story kind of went under the rug. We can talk about that again at another point. You know, go back and hear our thoughts on that on our last full episode that we recorded in Ballin' and Fallen.
I almost bought one.
Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't, because you might have got a signed jersey apparently. So that $1,300 is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think for me, it's Houston for me.
Okay.
The Kings just had more, because even like, I loved when they had Halliburton. I loved Halliburton's game. I do like De'Aaron Fox. Like, I genuinely think he's an entertaining player. You know, and just like you said, the value with watching guys like Buddy Hield, with watching before he was getting traded, with, you know, even watching where like Marvin Bagley would end up. I know he wasn't playing, but like, there were eyes on the Kings. I would have said like Detroit too, because Detroit is really bad, obviously. But I mean, Detroit's got Cade. Like, I've been watching for Cade.
Well, see, wouldn't that kind of be like a similar feeling for Jalen Green? Like, see him on the Rockets a little bit?
I have been, but then it kind of goes back to what we talked about with the rookie class. It's like Jalen Green still got upside. I just have been like, even with OKC should kind of be on that list of teams that I'm not watching as much. But it's like they have Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey's been really fun to watch this year. So no, I think Houston's my lowest. I think obviously non-counting the Sixers. I think my highest is, oh man. I mean, I don't want to count Orlando too, just because like, I always have Orlando on in the background because they're on TV here.
I feel like I've seen a lot of Warriors.
I've seen a lot of Warriors. The Warriors for sure.
They're nationally televised, so that's like part of it.
I kind of stopped watching the Lakers. I was watching the Lakers out of almost just hilarity at one point.
Maybe the Raptors too. Raptors, I'm pretty low viewership on.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say you're high on the Raptors. I've seen a lot of the Celtics. I feel like I've seen a lot of Boston.
Well, I feel like I see a lot of tweets about Boston because I follow Keith.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, shout out to our guy Keith Smith, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, definitely without a doubt. And I mean, anybody, obviously with us being on the East Coast, both being in Florida, I think there's, I'm more likely to watch East Coast games as well. Like there are a lot of times where I just straight up pass out during the West Coast. I'm not staying up until 1 a.m. every single night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just curious. I just randomly was like looking at the standings and look at some of the it made me think because of guys on NBA players that we may not talk about as much, and made me think of like what teams I've actually
Yeah.
watched in the. I wish there was a way I could. I should do that next season, but it's like I could live track the games I've watched for each team.
Yeah.
And see who I've seen the most and least of at the end of the year. But
Yeah.
yeah, thanks to you everybody for listening to this midweek episode of Driving Dish NBA podcast. Appreciate you guys, checking out our Top Shot packs. We're going to be doing more of this. I'm not sure yet how often we're going to drop these, but this was a lot of fun. So we're definitely going to be doing.
Well, and as long as it'll also depend on when they drop the packs, so that we can even get them, which is a big part of it too. But if they do it and we can get it, why not?
And let us know what you think. If you're into Top Shot, if you have, any tips, any pointers, any just sage advice that you may have learned already, let us know. Let us know what you'd like to see in these pack rips, and if you want to, what do you want us to explore? And
straight up from the like just enjoying trading and doing that stuff. Like if there's a moment, I almost said card. If there's a moment that we open up and you're like, I need that, hit me up. Follow me on social media. Like I'm down to trade. Send me something. Send me a Sixers moment, and it's down. I'm down. Like seriously. So I'd be all in. So
you could fleece Justin for those Harden moments right now. Follow him on Twitter at Justin C on the air. Squeaky 9000 is the alias on Top Shot.
Yeah, if you want to check the Top Shot stuff.
Yeah, right. Follow me on Twitter at Refuse to Lose. Follow the podcast at Driving Dish NBA. Thank you again, everybody, for listening. You can find us anywhere you find podcasts: Apple Music, Google Play Store, Spreaker, TuneIn, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher. Again, anywhere you find a podcast, you can find us. Watch the podcast on YouTube.
Yep.
Again, we'll talk to you guys soon. Back with a regular episode.